Coming up tonight, PM opens Naitasiri meeting. New passports at the end of the month. And health expands crucial services to rural communities. Good evening, I'm Sandra Assam. The people of the province of Naitasiri were satisfied with the response by government towards the development of the province. This was relayed to the head of government, Prime Minister Varenge Bainimarama, after he opened the Provincial Council meeting in Kalambu this morning. While opening the meet, Bainimarama reiterated government's commitment towards the province and also welcomed some of the concerns brought up by the council members. Bainimarama also told the Naitasiri Provincial Council representatives that the Great Council of Chiefs had to be abolished due to increasing politics in the GCC. He reaffirmed to the council members that life remains normal for the Itoke community without the GCC, and their traditional roles and responsibilities will not be affected at all. Penny Sokia, the Rokotui Naitasiri, says the Prime Minister has set a strong platform for the Council during the two-day deliberation.
After deliberating on the issues that were raised this morning with the Honourable Prime Minister, I'm more than satisfied that most of their concerns have been addressed. And I understand that the Honourable Prime Minister and the members of the Cabinet, including permanent secretaries, did address the issues very well. This is relating to land issues and other development that came up. I'm very happy that all the issues deliberated this morning were addressed very well.
40,000 new passport books are expected to arrive in the country by the end of this month. This has been confirmed to Fiji News by the Director for Immigration, Nemani Vuniwanga.
We haven't received any exact date or confirmed date from the suppliers, which is Obucho Technology from France. But we're still optimistic that these passports will arrive in time at the end of this month. They still maintain that it's the end of this month. The date for the passports to arrive hasn't been confirmed to us. Whether it's going to move on or not, we're waiting confirmation from the company.
He said passport suppliers Obucho Technologies had promised that 40,000 books would arrive into the country this month. In November last year, the department signed an agreement with French-based Obucho Technologies, the new supplier of Fijian passports. Following this agreement, Obucho Technology was tasked to print and deliver the next batch of Fiji passport books. The French company who had won the tender to supply Fijian passports after the government cancelled London-based Delarue Company Limited's contract.
With the books that are supposed to arrive, what they've told us that, or what was agreed, is that there will be 40,000 books that will be arriving. To me, that's enough supply for the whole country, even for this year. We are supplying books, approximately about 36,000 books a year. I know we haven't issued books from the beginning of the year, and it's going back to the month of August last year, 2011. We have 7,000 applications that are currently pending, more than 7,000, and it will increase in the next few days.
40,000 passport books are expected to arrive at the end of this month, with another 20,000 books by the end of July and another 16,000 in November this year, with a total of 76,000 new passport books.
3 specialist outreach program teams from the Colonial War Memorial Hospital have been deployed to Corvo Hospital in Tailevu North, Nayavu and Dawasamu as part of the Health Ministry's bid to take their services closer to the people. The outreach program will last for 4 days, and people living close to these areas are advised to make use of the opportunity.
More than 100 people from Vorovoro, Natanrandave, Delakando, Veilolo, Lubanivuaka, Gelekuro and Lawaki turned up at the Corvo Hospital for free medical treatment. The CWM outreach team includes the Administration and Finance Department, Surgical Unit, Medical and Dental Unit, Eye Department, Food Services Unit, X-ray Department and other crucial units at CWM Hospital, bringing its services closer to the people of Tailevu North. This is the first specialist outreach program for 2012.
We are so thankful for the people of Tailevu North. It's a big turnout from Naiavu, and yesterday in Laosam, and today here in Corvo. Like as you've seen, the area here in hospital is crowded. So it's a big, good turnout for this outreach for these 4 days.
For many of these people, getting top-class medical treatment is something very rare and is part of government's overall aim in ensuring that no one is left out in its bid to developing a healthy nation. Services provided at the CWM Hospital will be applied to the 3 stations with no charges given. Students of Ratukandavulevu School were also present for treatment.
Fijian Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama today sent condolences to his Tonga counterpart, Lord Tui Vakano, on the passing of the late King of Tonga, King George Tupou V.
In a diplomatic note sent to the office of the Prime Minister of Tonga, the head of Fiji's government expressed the nation's sympathies with regards to the passing away of the King of Tonga, King George Tupou V. Fijian Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says the passing of the late King George Tupou V is one that is felt across the Pacific, saying that on behalf of all Fijian citizens and the Republic of Fiji, it is with deep sorrow and profound respect that he expresses condolences on the sudden passing of the late King of Tonga, King George Tupou V. The head of the Fijian government says Fiji, together with fellow Pacific neighbors, will miss one of the region's great leaders, a loss which we will all feel. Prime Minister Bainimarama highlighted the links between Fiji and the Kingdom of Tonga, including both countries' historical links, stressing Fiji will continue to strive to maintain these links and bilateral cooperation with the kingdom, especially in common priority areas. King George was born on the 4th of May in 1948, and he was the eldest son of the late King Tupou. King George attended King's School and College, both in Auckland, and pursued his education in Cambridge and in another school in Switzerland. He also studied at Oxford University and the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in England. Following the death of his father, King George was appointed as monarch on September 11, 2006, and according to Tongan mythology, was recognized as a descendant of the sky god Tangaloa, which made him the 23rd overlord of Tongatapu. Tonga has declared an official period of mourning until June the 19th, and over the period, Tongans will be encouraged to wear black and refrain from loud entertainment and celebrations. The funeral is expected to be a lavish affair, with a government spokesperson saying the late king's body will be carried from the palace to the royal tombs on a platform carried by 150 people. A state funeral for the late King George Tupou V will be held in 7 days' time on the 28th of March.
Coming up after the break, 2 people charged for graffiti. Regional specialists discuss border control issues and the preservation of our natural resources.